Alright, here's how this works. Pay attention. This isn't going to be some fluffy, feel-good nonsense. This is the real deal. The kind of knowledge that's going to hit you right in the gut and shift your perspective forever. You're about to learn something crucial, something so powerful. If you actually take it and integrate it, your life is going to change. First things first, you know that feeling where you're trying to hold it all together. You're masking yourself. You're suppressing your true emotions because you don't want to upset anyone. Or maybe you're worried about being judged. That's the prefrontal cortex working overtime, trying to manage the chaos of your mind, trying to shut down the real raw emotions bubbling up from your limbic system. The part of your brain that's actually alive. The part that keeps you connected to your true self. Think of your prefrontal cortex like the office manager of your brain. It's there to make decisions, set boundaries, and keep you functioning. But when you mask, that sucker is working way too hard. Like a manager with too much on their plate. They're managing your thoughts, your reactions, your behavior. Basically, trying to keep everything under control. Meanwhile, your true feelings, your real emotional responses, they're stuck in the basement, locked up tight, where they can't do shit. Here's the kicker. When you stop masking, you release all that pent-up energy. It's like opening a floodgate. Your emotions, your true self, get to come out and play. Your prefrontal cortex gets a break. It can finally relax. And when it relaxes, your limbic system gets to do what it's supposed to do. Feel. It gets to feel alive. And when you feel alive, everything just clicks into place. Imagine it like this. Your mind and your body. They're two instruments in a band. When you're masking, they're not playing in tune. The prefrontal cortex is trying to play jazz, while the limbic system is trying to play rock. It's a mess. But when you stop masking, suddenly they're in harmony. Everything flows and it feels like magic. Now, how do you do this? Here's where the magic gets real. You don't have to learn this, because guess what? You already do it, whether you realize it or not. Ever had a moment when you said something real in a conversation, and even though it was scary, you felt a sense of relief afterwards? That's your limbic system getting a bit of freedom. You let it out. You didn't mask. You didn't hold back. That's you living authentically. But here's the problem. Most of us were scared as hell to do that. We're scared of what people might think, of looking weak, of being judged. So we keep masking. We keep suppressing. But the truth is, the more you suppress your true self, the more you feed the crap that drains you. So why is this important? When you stop masking, you're not just being real, you're healing. That energy you were putting into controlling and suppressing all your emotions, now it's free. It gets to fuel your creative energy. It fuels your vitality. Your energy doesn't get sucked dry anymore. Instead, you get stronger, clearer, and more connected to the world around you. The science backs this up. When you start masking, your brain isn't working overtime, trying to keep everything in check. Your prefrontal cortex gets to chill out, and your limbic system gets to do its thing. You start making decisions more easily. You stop second-guessing everything. You're present. You're you. And that is when you start thriving. Your brain isn't bogged down by tension, so it can actually think clearly. It can process information faster. Your emotional responses become more aligned with your actual thoughts. Here's what happens when you stop masking. You get more confident. You stop overthinking and overcompensating. you get more creative. Your brain isn't busy suppressing feelings, so it has more mental bandwidth for the things that matter. You get healthier. The stress of constantly holding back, it takes a toll on your body. Your muscles tense up, your energy drains, your immune system weakens. Stop masking. Suddenly, you feel lighter, more alive. You attract more of the right people. When you're being your real self, you pull in people who vibe with that energy. You don't have to pretend anymore. You're done with that bullshit. So why do we still mask? That's the real question, right? If it's so damn freeing to just be yourself, why are you so scared? Why are we so worried about people's reactions? It's the fear of judgment, the fear of being misunderstood, the fear of rejection. And here's the truth, that fear is a lie. You've been taught to fear rejection, to fear disapproval. You've been taught if you show your true colours, people won't like you. But that's total bullshit. The more you hide, the more you suffocate your true self. And let me tell you, your true self is badass. When you step into your authenticity, you automatically shift your whole reality. Interrupting the patterns that keep us stuck. They're simple. Perfectionism, people-pleasing, self-doubt. You've been living in a cycle, constantly trying to manage how you come across. But here's the thing. That cycle isn't helping you. It's draining you. It's keeping you small. And it's feeding the limiting beliefs that you have about yourself. But now it's time to change, break the cycle, interrupt that pattern of overthinking. Give yourself the permission to feel. When you do, the world starts opening up. You get that energy back and suddenly you're unstoppable. Let's talk about beliefs. Your beliefs around this whole thing. If you believe being yourself is too risky, that it will lead to rejection, or that people won't accept you, then guess what? That's exactly what you're going to manifest. Your beliefs are shaping your reality. They're controlling your actions and your emotions. If you start believing that being authentic is powerful, that it makes you magnetic, that it's the key to your success, well, guess what? That's the world you're going to create. Now, how do we break free? We're going to pace and lead you through this right now. Think about a time when you did express yourself authentically, when you didn't hold back. Maybe it was with a friend. Maybe it was in a moment of vulnerability. Remember how powerful that felt. That moment of realness. That's what we're aiming for. So here's the challenge. Start practicing small acts of authenticity. Next time you feel that urge to mask, don't. Feel the fear, but do it anyway. Let yourself be real. And when you do that, here's the result. Your brain starts to shift. Your energy starts to shift. You move from stuck and drained to alive and free. And the best part, you don't need permission from anyone else to do it. The more real you are, the more you stop masking. The more your whole system comes into alignment. That is when you'll truly thrive.